Have a question for you, Seventh-day Adventists. Think carefully. Can you be a Christian in your religion? Can you be a Christian and deny the Trinity? Would you be accepted into fellowship in the Seventh-day Adventist Church to say, no, I don't believe in the Trinity? Think carefully. We're going to come back and revisit it here in a minute. But we're going to start here. Ministry Magazine in October of 1993. We're going to look at this article. Look right here. It talks about the founders of the church are going to have a hard time joining the church today because so many of your founders were anti-Trinitarian. Like James White, who was famously said the old Trinitarian absurdity. James White was a well-known hater of the Trinity. How about this here? Think about this. When did Seventh-day Adventism become Trinitarian? Some of you Adventists don't even know that. But there was a point in time when your religion was very anti-Trinitarian, as you just saw in the previous article from your co-founder, James White, and others. But there's a point in time in which Seventh-day Adventists say, we became Trinitarian. There are several dates floating around out there. I'm just going to use this one, as you can see here on screen. From the Review and Herald of April of 1999, Jerry Moon talks about this watershed moment, and as either the beginning of the Trinity or declaration of the Trinity. Nonetheless, it's 1898. It's in Ellen White's book, Desire of the Ages, as one of the dates. 1898. Now we're going to go here. Last magazine we're going to look at. Review and Herald, August 16th, 1881. What do we have here? We have the funeral for James White, who died a week prior to that. Let's go back and revisit my question again. Can you be a Christian and deny the Trinity? Because James White died in 1881, in August of 1881. That is many years before the Seventh-day Adventist Church says they converted to Trinitarianism. James White died in the Seventh-day Adventist Church when it was an anti-Trinitarian church. And he died with anti-Trinitarian views. You already saw the old absurdity. Therefore, James White died a non-Christian, didn't he? Unless you want to say a Christian can be an anti-Trinitarian. Ooh, you're stuck now, Seventh-day Adventist. See how Seventh-day Adventism is just so theologically wrong and incorrect. Your co-founder died an anti-Christian, who was sleeping next to the spirit of prophecy, who I guess didn't know he was not a Christian. Well, actually she did, because she wasn't a Trinitarian either. So James White died a non-Christian. James White, if he was to get resurrected today, wouldn't join your church because it believes in the Trinity. Seventh-day Adventism is such a theologically wrong, false, non-Christian religion.